30-year battle against USX Corp.
Okay, back from the break. That was Norwalk's own Couch Kings with something or other.
Baryshnikov Conglomerate.
Is that what this says?
No, dude, that's the wrong album. You see this one right here?
Way to come back from the break, boys.
I'll be damned, Baryshnikov Conglomerate?
I know, I can't believe they named
Quit
that.
giving me crap, Hannah. We're strolling into our last hour.
Yes, dear, you're strolling.
This is Nick Watson, and the big old clock on the wall says 54 minutes remain until reality signs off on WSKO for the last time.
Well, I mean, until next semester.
Yes, until next semester when our very own Andy Wolcienski takes over hosting duties for this particular block of time.
On the world of Wolcienski. That sounds good.
Is that how you're going to say it? Anyway, you'll have Hannah Lorenz in the sidecar, making sure things don't get too unusual.
I'm only one woman. Conrad on 2.
Conrad.
Great to be on.
Glad to have you.
So you're really leaving?
Shuffling off to Buffalo. Graduating.
In the middle of a year?
Well, semester ends, a man graduates.
Well, congrats.
Thank you.
See, I heard the real reason you're leaving is because your girlfriend wants you to move away.
Insidious lies.
Conrad, that's only partly true.
Yeah, the lie part.
He's leaving us to get married.
No, I'm leaving because I'm graduating.
And you're getting married.
Independent events.
You're getting married?
Yeah.
Wow.
Conrad, was that wow to indicate that you don't feel I have...
I don't see you as the marrying kind.
What does that mean?
Oh, I don't know. It just seems like you're, like you've had a
Well,
problem.
thanks for the call.
Hell with him. I'd have hung up on him like a lot earlier, I think.
Topics?
Yeah, we have them.
Shall we?
In this last hour of reality, we speak as though it was the end of an era.
When really, we're just another in a long line of miscellaneous talk radio to come out of WSKO Norwalk since the campus founding in 1944.
Oh, I sincerely doubt that they had the broadcasting division in 44.
Because of the war.
Well, no, not specifically because of the war. It's
Tangent.
actually yes. Tangent.
Topic.
Topics, right. I had something in here about Muslim terrorists, but I was asked politely, then not so politely, then threatened by the administration that the sheer act of saying Muslim terrorist perpetuates the stereotype that Muslims are in fact terrorists. What I have to say to that is the moment we get a 6'2" Swedish bikini model blowing up an airplane, I will change my tune.
Well, that's not inflammatory.
So let's have no more about Muslim terrorists or the Islamic fundamentalist dictatorships that love them.
There's really very little chance of me keeping you on any other subject besides your self-congratulatory reveille tonight. Is there?
I'd say the odds are pretty slim.
Ooh, Virginia.
Virginia Slims.
Of course. Well, if you're not going to cover the topics, can I at least do the news?
Oh, there's news?
Weather.
Why did you say news then?
I'm sorry?
Oh, no, it's all right. No apologies necessary, babe.
WSKO weather advisory continues. The National Weather Service has issued a severe winter storm warning until 8 a.m.
So stay in your homes and lock your doors.
Looks like we're going to be staying in the low 30s, high 20s for the night, possibly hitting a high of 32 tomorrow.
So when you say low 30s,
I'm not going to miss this.
you meant 30 and 31.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, they are low 30s.
I was just clarifying.
So while you may not freeze to death outside this evening, authorities are calling it the storm of the decade, even rivaling the blizzard of 79. So don't wander into any snowbanks tonight.
Any news?
Not as such.
Any callers?
One surprisingly, Rick on one.
Rick, you're on reality. What have you got for me?
Hello?
Hi, Rick.
Is this Nick?
Yes, it is.
So I was listening to your show last week.
Keep it coming, baby.
Rick?
What?
Was that all you wanted to say?
Rick, you know, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, I did once.
What?
I'm telling you.
No, Rick.
Nick, this is really...
Rick? Hello, Rick. Rick.
Yo.
Oh, my
Jesus
God.
God.
Is he dying?
Okay, was that all you wanted to tell us, Rick? Or are you just calling to say hello?
Of course he likes speaking to you. Of course he likes to say hello.
It's not that late.
What?
Still early.
What time is it where you are?
Almost 1:45.
What time zone are you in?
What?
I only asked because yours appears to be almost 40 minutes fast.
What?
Is English your second language?
I'm in English 4.
English for dummies?
Are you passing?
What?
Are you getting a decent grade?
I'm a sophomore.
Yes, here at the school?
At NU.
Yes, Norwalk University.
Go Marlins!
Did he just say go
I
Marlins?
think he did.
No, my name's Rick.
Yeah, I know.
Then why'd you just call me Martin?
No, dude. The Marlins.
Marlin?
Yeah, the Florida Marlins, Rick.
What about him?
Are you pro Marlins?
I don't play.
I hate him.
Thanks for your call then, Rick.
No, wait.
Why?
I'm enjoying our nonsensical last show.
Yeah, it's just like Twin Peaks.
Not so different from our other nonsensical shows, if you ask me.
I like that show.
No, wait, that you understood.
The lady talked to her log.
So when you said go Marlins, was it a political statement or was it a show of allegiance to the team of your choice?
Let's just sashay past the Marlins for a little bit here.
Why do you guys like the Marlins so much?
Are you in a frat?
Rick?
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, Rick?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Unbelievable.
What is?
What?
Jesus God. Well, did you have a reason for calling us, Rick?
Yeah.
Well, would you like to let us in on it?
What?
Oh, my God. Come
I'm
on,
out.
man.
I'm out.
All right.
I swear to God, I'm out. Who else is on the line?
What?
Oh, don't you start.
We have Alyssa on too.
All right, Rick. Rick.
What?
Good night, Rick.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
God.
Lord.
WSKO, you're on reality, Alyssa.
Hi, Nick.
How's the weather out there?
Getting pretty bad out. Luckily, I can snuggle up with you guys.
Ooh, always glad to snuggle. Long-time listener.
I listen when I can, trying to avoid studying for finals.
Tell me about it. I haven't cracked book one yet.
Well, listen.
What's up?
It's kinda...
Alyssa, you can tell us anything you want. We're impartial. We won't judge you. We won't make fun of you. I mean, that's what makes this show great.
It's what makes our nation great. We live in a country that values freedom of speech over most everything else. So if you have something worthwhile to say, or even if you're some sort of crackpot former KKK super dragon, you can tell the world how you feel, and they can't do a damn thing about it. You know, you should treasure this right. Revel in it, Alyssa, for it's the cornerstone of our past, one of the tenets of our democracy, and certainly the reason why this man gets up every morning. You know, I can't see any other motherfucking...
Yes.
Okay, Nick, we'll do it on the air. I live in Wyndham House.
Ooh, gotcha. One of the Delta Kappa Pies.
Yes, for 2 years.
I like those girls.
I know you do.
One in particular.
That's why I'm calling.
What is?
I'm dating Eric Williams,
Okay.
and he shares an apartment with Richie Fontaine.
Mr. Football himself, the car back.
Go
He's
Dust
on.
Devils! He's going back. He's going way back.
Oh, like you've ever been to a game.
I went to one game.
Yeah, because you heard Margot Tremaine's cheerleading uniform was ready to split.
Boy, was it.
It was a magnificent day for football.
I remember it well. There was the slightest chill of early fall in the September air. I wore a scarf, and it was cute. I looked good. partially to be trendy, partially because of those new Gap ads they just came out with. You know, the ones black and white. They were like, swing dancing and stuff. And they were
Love
doing all
those.
that trendy winter guard. They were throwing girls between you and
Must
me.
have been
and
those Old
throwing
Navy
them out the
commercials.
window and
Hate
stuff.
those things.
Old Navy's ridiculous.
Alyssa's waiting to tell you two something.
So you were saying?
When I saw Margot, it was like we were the only two people in the world. Her uniform was so tight, you could read the words "not machine washable" on her bra. I remember thanking God then and there for inventing cool breezes and giving us the gift of their sudden appearance and their ability to penetrate lycra spandex. It was forcing Margot to put her party hats on.
Oh, Lord.
It's a good story.
It's a great story.
But meanwhile, poor Alyssa's trying to tell her story.
Alyssa.
Still here.
Okay, where were we?
Richie Fontaine.
That's how we got on Margot Tremaine's story. Oh, God.
I loved her.
Yeah, I know you did, Andy.
No, I loved her. A long
Alyssa,
time.
No.
Yes, well, Eric called earlier to tell me that tonight, when he went home, he found Richie had a girl over.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, he is attractive in the obvious sort of way.
Yeah, don't you hate those obviously attractive men with their good grooming and pleasant demeanor?
Hey, I'm pleasant.
I know I'd much rather be with someone who doesn't comb their hair and has only seen the inside of a gym whilst looking through the window at the women doing aerobics inside.
That was that was awfully specific, Hannah.
Nick,
Still with you, Alyssa.
well, I'm not being vindictive or anything here.
Good, because as far as I know, I have not wronged you.
Oh, not against you.
Oh, whew.
Dodge that bullet.
Against Michelle.
What?
Michelle was over at Richie Fontaine's.
Yeah, they're both in my sociology class. They're probably studying for the test that I should be studying for. Do you know in Uganda they got this weird butt rash? It's really
you didn't
freaky.
call to tell me about my fiancé and her study buddy, did you?
No. I'm sorry, Nick.
Let me see if I understand your implications here.
I thought you should know, what with you getting married and all. And Eric made it seem like this wasn't the first time.
I see.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
I like your show, Nick, and you seem like a nice guy.
Do I?
Nick, should I,
So wait. So you say your boyfriend's Richie Fontaine's roommate, and he caught Richie and Michelle Fullmer cramming?
Andy!
Dude, I'm just trying to make sure we all understand.
Andy!
Fine.
Nick, I can,
Thanks for the call, Alyssa.
I didn't want to
goodbye.
see you.
Reality's gotta take a quick break. Here's Bananas on My Mind by the Plantains.
I need to,
Do you think I should go after him? I mean, if you don't want me to, I will. I could see if he's okay, but I know you can.
Don't panic, Andy. I'll talk to him. I'm so sorry, Nick.
I knew it.
Knew what?
I didn't know, but I knew. Some little things, the way she talked sometimes, I thought it was just my imagination.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Can't get married now.
You gonna call it off?
I have to, don't I?
Nick, I think you can both appreciate if it's one of those moments.
Oh, don't start with that.
I'm on your side.
I would hope so.
Just saying. Don't do anything rash until the facts are in.
Absolutely.
What can I do to help?
I just need a minute. Oh, we're out of coffee.
I'll see if we have some downstairs.
I want to make a phone call. Yeah. Eric Williams. Just put me through when you get it. This Eric? Yeah, it's Nick Watson. No, nothing like that. Just confirmation. Yeah, that's what she said. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to make sure that it was a one-time. I see. About how many times would you? That's a lot. You didn't ever get in, did you? No, I'm cool at you. I think I've heard that. No, anonymous sources. Yeah, you too.
Oh. That was the plantains. Let's take a call. But what you may not realize is that midterms are the final remnants of the hierarchy that has been in place since the dawn of time itself. When Norwalk University was founded in 1944 by German settlers under mysterious circumstances, one of the first immovable laws to come down, other than the mandatory showers, was midterms. It's a travesty of justice, essentially meaning that 2 tests, this and the final exam, make up roughly 90% of your grade, but you're still required to do all of the meaningless work for the class. If, God forbid, you can't remember everything you learned in the first half of the year, you bomb the midterm and you find yourself SOL. We need to relinquish ourselves from the control of founders long dead. We need to return to the philosophy of Mayor Tony Wilkins, who was the university's strongest advocate up until 1947, when he died suddenly and was buried in the seemingly inappropriate school cemetery. He said something brilliant once. Let us not be judged by what we know in an instant, but by the accumulated knowledge of an entire life. I ask that we honor this plea from beyond the grave and seek to abolish midterms starting in this next spring semester. If not to save paper and trees, then to save our very souls. Back to reality.
I'm Hannah Lorenz with news and weather. The big news, of course, is that Norwalk is huddling under the crushing blow of a rather impressive blizzard. I have several reports of traffic lights being out, and I'll again reinforce that, unless absolutely necessary, you shouldn't leave your homes tonight. The advisory continues until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and the estimates are well over 3 feet of snow. Should be an interesting night. We're going to play another song by...
What?
Well, I just thought...
No, this is a talk show, Hannah.
Yes, I know.
So we must talk.
Okay.
And we've got a topic now.
Okay. Back to reality with Nick Watson.
Thank you. You know, I've been doing this for 4 years with only a brief hiatus before this past year to interrupt. And I've discussed with you all manners of silly subjects, from my comments about snipers on the borders to Canada and Mexico.
That's an idea I still support, by the way.
To my line of Pope products for the Pope's recently canceled visit to the United States.
I still want my Pope on a rope.
But all was done smugly. Aloof. I talked down to my audiences, imagining that I was above them, smarter than them, funnier than them. Well, not today. The name of the show is Reality, and reality is finally what you're gonna get.
Hello?
Hi, is this Richie Fontaine?
Yes?
This is Michelle Fullmer's brother. It took me forever to track her down. It's very important. Can I speak with her?
Is everything okay?
Oh, I hope so. Is she there?
Yeah, hold on a minute and I'll get her.
Nick, please don't do what I think you're about to.
Reality.
Oh, God.
Steve, what's wrong?
Hi, Puddin'.
Nick?
Puddin'?
Am I really that transparent?
What's going on?
Oh, you tell me.
We were studying.
Mm-hmm.
Richie's in my sociology class. And with the weather the way it is, and you all the way across town on the radio, I'm sticking around here until you get off.
Until I get off.
Are you on a break?
Have you been listening?
What? Oh, yeah, you're doing a great job. Great last show.
Great last show. Well, I wanted to be remembered.
No one will forget.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you're safe, and that you're studying. I mean, I probably should be, too.
Nick?
You
sound a little strange. Is something wrong?
Hang up the phone.
Is something going on over there?
Hold on. Richie's saying...
It's on the radio.
It's good, isn't it? Edgy. It's like reality TV.
Yeah, well, it's something.
What are you doing?
Doing?
Why did you call me on the radio?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Richie has it on over here.
Oh, so you've been listening all night, have you?
Nick, is that what this is all about? I like your show. I really do, but I've got a lot of studying to do.
It's just that you should have heard it earlier.
Why?
There was a caller that really would have spoken to you, and I just want all of the city to know that you're screwing Richie Fontaine. I mean, now that I know that is. Oh, and I wanted you to know that I know. I know.
That's ridiculous.
For those of you not in the know, on the phone with us now is Michelle Fullmer, the girl who up until 15 minutes ago was my fiancé.
Nick!
Listen, sweetie, they're applauding you. And right before the goddamn wedding.
Watch it, Nick.
You need to stop now.
Shut it, Spunky Dunker. Take her down.
Listen to me, Nick. We clearly need to talk off the air.
Oh, you had your chance to talk to me and tell me all about this more than 2 weeks before our wedding. You blew that one.
She chose option B.
Yes, she did.
Public humiliation.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you got a little bit of that, too.
Yes, and thanks for pointing that out, Andy.
Reality.
Yes.
I'm done with this game.
Blah, blah, blah. So, has it been going on all along, or did you just start?
Or were you dating him before, but then realized late in the game during your engagement that you still wanted him, but you didn't have the cajones to tell Nick?
Cajones, Andy?
It just happened.
Ooh, sounds like a confession to me.
Booyah! Hell yeah.
Goodbye, Nick.
Oh, that went well.
Did it?
I mean, it was certainly the best on-air accusation of infidelity that I've ever seen.
You hear that, Hannah? The best.
Is this really how you want to be remembered?
Isn't it just about being remembered at all?
I don't know.
All they've gotten so far are miscellaneous rants. Nothing of substance, nothing memorable.
You're very hard on yourself. Want to get a drink after all this is over?
I think we have to. It's okay.
You sure?
I know what you're gonna say.
I don't think you do.
I appreciate it regardless.
Well, you've been out of your restraint since you with her.
I sure will.
I'm glad. Could have gotten nasty.
Should have gotten nasty.
I'll get back in there. You have a show to close down.
End of an era.
It really is my dear. Song's ending, Nick.
Yeah. I know. Did you get your haircut?
Yeah, last week.
It's cute.
Thanks. In the end zone, let's spike the ball.
Sports reference. Nice.
Go on.
No, it was cute.
Here come the complaints.
This microphone's giving me hassles.
Your special child.
So this is it, man. This is it. This is it. What are you gonna do?
Don't know.
Okay.
All right. Welcome
be fun.
back. That was,
Dude. Fiddlesticks by the Fiddlesticks. Right here. The Fiddlesticks playing a song called...
Well, the clock on the wall says it's about that time. I'd like to issue a sincere thanks to everyone who's listened to this show over the past 4 years. And I hope you return next semester when our very own Andy Wolcienski takes over the helm. So you've wasted another 4 hours listening to me, Nick Watson, Hannah Lorenz, and Andy Wolcienski when you likely should have been studying for finals tomorrow. Or drinking.
Or both. That's all I do is drink and study.
Yeah.
And when I study, I drink.
So this is Nick Watson saying, change your reality to suit your own selfish needs. Here's one by Camelot.
See, that was a badass sign off. Give me a...
I thought so.
Want me down here then? One more. That's the best sign off I'd ever seen you do.
What's up?
We have a problem.
What was with all the...
Tim Haas can't leave his apartment.
You finally had too many of those double meat burritos?
Why?
Snow.
It's not that bad.
Have you looked outside?
Okay, so he can't come in for his set. We'll put some CDs on random. I need a drink. It's been a long night.
I need 10 drinks.
I understand that.
But?
We're not going anywhere either.
Why?
Again, have you looked outside?
No, but I will. You know, I could host.
I know.
No, really.
Next semester, Andy.
You know, you've always had it in for me.
See your point.
Is it bad?
We're not going for drinks.
Crap.
What do you want to do?
Guess we'll go back on for Tim's set.
Good. A reprieve at the last moment by Providence.
That's a bit much, Hannah. I gotta make a phone call first.
No time.
What are you talking about? I got plenty of time.
Dude, you put on Camelot short demo, you maybe have 15 seconds at the most.
Okay, so we'll do it on the air.
You want to give me a hug first?
All right, welcome back. As much as what just happened seemed like the end of the show, surprise! Tonight it's not. Tonight we'll be catching the flip side for Tim Haas, who wandered into an errant snowbank. We'll be broadcasting to the wee hours of the morning. Sit back, relax, and get ready for another dose of reality. But first, Hannah has the news.
No news, just snow. I'd be surprised if anything gets done in New Hampshire tomorrow. This blizzard stretches all the way into Vermont.
It's bad what she did. Real bad. So soon before the wedding. I mean, my thing was before we got engaged. It's different. It's completely different. She deserves that phone call. Deserves much more than that phone call. But I am a better person.
No, you're not.
No, I am. I mean, with my thing, I told her about it.
It took a sabbatical.
I needed to think. I mean, she's probably thinking about what she wants right now.
She's probably fucking Richie Fontaine, if you ask me.
I didn't ask you.
And all those life changes you're making for her?
In 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, and she does this.
She does this.
You know, she's a tramp. She's probably been fucking more than just Richie Fontaine.
I suspected something.
Of course you have.
She's been strange.
So the question is, what are you gonna do?
Stay in Norwalk, I guess.
No, not with your life. What are you gonna do about what she did?
It's late.
I'm a better person.
It's not right. Certainly not nice. I am a better person. She's going down. Guess I'm just all right.
To have the new system in place until mid-spring semester.
Newsflash!
Apparently there's a newsflash. Michelle Fullmer will blow you Okay, no.
Read the news, Hannah.
It's not the news, and I'm not going to read that.
You were?
That's because I didn't read it in advance.
And?
And now that I have, I'm not going to say it. Besides, it's not even like the news. It's like an ad.
Get to the phone number.
No.
Oh my god, you know, I'm gonna go get some coffee. You want
Nick.
You want a pot? You want some? Okay.
Whore Michelle Fullmer will blow you for $10. Her number is 928-3392. For those of you that didn't catch that, that's 928-3392. If you call within the next 15 minutes and mention this ad, she'll give you a tongue bath for free. She'll even lick your ass.
You will not say the rest of that on the air.
Use your imagination.
Nick!
So come on, listeners. I've got a bank of open lines and 4 hours to kill. Who else in Norwalk has slept with Michelle Fullmer? No hard feelings, as I blame her 110%. So give me a call, 591-WSKO.
You're out of control, Nick.
I'm perfectly calm.
Get a grip.
Norwalk Sex Chat, you're on the air. How many times did you sleep with Michelle?
Just once.
Okay, first off, what's your name?
Rob.
Okay, Rob, when was this?
Freshman year.
Yours or hers?
Both.
Okay, so before I was dating her, was she seeing anyone else at the time? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
Is the sex any good?
She had this weird thing about getting her butthole fingered.
Yeah, she still likes that, but now she's kind of graduated to the whole shocker. What the hell?
You're off the air, Nick.
You can't take me off the air.
As your producer, I sure can.
My producer.
And friend.
Put me back on.
I understand that you're upset, and I understand that you want to destroy Michelle, and as much as my conscience is fighting this urge, I'm kind of enjoying hearing it. But you will stop with the filth on the air, Nick. Follow the FCC guidelines. Go ahead and take her down, but don't get me fired at the same time. Remember, I'm still here next semester. I'm on your side.
Well, thanks.
I don't agree with blowing it all up over hearsay, but I never liked her anyways.
I think it's a little bit more than hearsay, Hannah.
As far as you know, she cheated on you once because she all but admitted to that. The rest could be because somebody wants to get back at her. Or you, Nick. So go ahead, but watch it. I'm keeping my finger on the dump button.
Is Rob still there?
I hung up on him when I shut off from it. Behave.
Yeah. Sorry about that, listeners. My producer wanted a word. Moments ago, we were talking to a caller about having sex with Michelle Fullmer. Anyone else have any stories? If you don't but like to spin a good yarn, make one up. Creative writing department, I am glancing in your direction. And whoever keeps emailing me wanting me to play I Think I Love You, get over it.
Lloyd is on too.
WSKO, you're on the air.
I was at this frat party.
First off, Lloyd, is this a lie or the truth?
A little of both.
Fair enough. Which frat?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, then what happened?
So this Michelle was there, all right? And she'd been doing some coke.
Coke, huh?
Yeah, and then she decided to start flashing her pussy.
Whoa! You can't say that, Lloyd.
It's like everyone forgot their radio rules tonight.
Brave new world, Hannah.
For people who dislike their job.
Sorry, Nick.
That's okay. Okay, so she's showing off the good stuff. Do you see what I just did there? I said it without actually saying it.
Yeah.
Okay, then what happened?
Then some of my boys started going up to her and rubbing her legs and all
Can you
that.
tell the rest of the story really quickly?
Oh, yeah. We did it.
You and Michelle.
And the rest of the lacrosse team.
Lloyd, was any of that story true?
Part of it.
Which part? I mean, it's okay.
The part about the frat party.
The entire story was about the frat party.
I mean, the part about there being one was true.
So the only true part of that story was that there was indeed a frat party that Michelle went to.
I don't actually know if she was there.
Do you even know Michelle Fullmer?
No.
Well, thanks for the tall tale, Lloyd. With any luck, it will reach urban legend status in the annals of Norwalk University history. Thanks for the call.
Hey, Nick, do you think we could have a quick chat?
WSKO, you're on the air.
Nick, you better stop this.
Do you have a sex story?
I mean it. I'll sue you.
Oh, it's Michelle! Oh, we've been caught in our little game, friends. The whore herself is on the line.
You think I'm kidding?
Oh, no, I don't think you're kidding, sweetie, but why don't you tell a sex story about yourself? Try to use some alliterations and a bit more truth than the previous caller.
Tomorrow morning, I'm calling my father and Dean Marshall and the radio supervisor. You'll be lucky to graduate.
Wait, tell the one about the time that you got the carrots stuck up
Fuck
your...
you.
She went ahead and violated FCC guidelines. That's not my fault. WSKO, you're on the air, Neil.
Hi, Nick.
Hi, Neil.
Andy.
I'm up.
I just wanted to say that I love your commentaries.
Who's talking?
Neil, a caller. See, we're on the radio, Andy.
Oh. Thanks, Neil.
And Hannah?
And Hannah.
Yeah?
I wanted to tell you that you have a very sexy voice.
Well, thank you.
The other guys in my house agree.
And which house would that be?
Let's keep that a mystery.
Why does no one want to identify themselves as our listeners?
After tonight's rampage, I can hardly blame them.
I don't even admit to being on the show in mixed company.
So we're on at the house right now, Neil.
Yeah, we're all still up listening. We'd like to get that Michelle over here.
Oh, I'll bet. Can I get a rally call from the frat boys? You sound a little drunk, Neil.
We started a drinking game.
Oh?
Every time you mention or imply that Michelle's a whore, we do a shot.
Oh, lovely.
So if I said, Michelle Fullmer's a whore...
Oh, hold on. Where's mine?
That's awesome. So do you find you have to be inebriated to enjoy the show?
It helps.
Oh, there's a ringing endorsement for our entertainment value.
You know, I mean, he said he did love my commentaries.
And my sexy voice.
So actually, Neil, it's only Nick's portion of the show that you find you have to drink to enjoy.
I see where you're going, but he's got some fans
He
over
doesn't
here.
have any fans.
No, check this
There's
out.
no
Watch,
fans.
no, watch. Who wants to sleep with Michelle the whore?
I don't want watermelon this.
Did we lose him?
Gone.
Well, rest assured, miscellaneous frat boys, we will be talking about that whore until 4 a.m. when Arlette Peterson comes in. Who knows? Maybe she'll call back again and I can direct her on over to your house. Of course, I'd have to know which house that is, but believe me, it would be worth your while. I mean, when that girl gets started, she can suck a banana inside out. She has the type of technique that can only come from deep-throating ice cream sandwiches as a small child. And she has no problem with rim jobs. Now, that might be a little awkward for some of you at first, but when you get... Oh, the lovely Hannah has an urgent bulletin for me. Knock this shit up. Oh. It is 15 minutes past the big hour of 4 a.m. Still no sign of AWOL Arlette Peterson. Don't know what could have happened to her.
No, can't imagine what happened to her after you locked her out of the studio. You know, she probably walked here.
So this is Nick Watson and Reality chugging it out for our third consecutive time slot as Tuesday morning breaks. According to this computer internet thing, which is nothing more than a series of tubes, don't you know, the sun should be up in an hour 45, and it should stop snowing at about 2 in the afternoon. That is, of course, if this site is to be believed. But not, of course, before dropping more snow on this little town than we have seen in our lifetimes. Now, perhaps as this new day dawns, we should put some things behind us that have happened in the last 8 hours.
That'd be good.
But then again, some things just need to be dwelled on, even talked about, over and over again. Oh, look, a caller. WSKO, you're on the air.
You sniveling prick.
Ooh, good timing, sweetie.
Why are you still on the air?
I told everyone. Arlette Peterson didn't show, and I was forced to do the right thing and stay on the radio and roll with it. So, you just finished cleaning up after all your sex with Richie Fontaine?
Do a shot.
You're just doing this to spite me.
Now, why would I do a thing like that?
Oh, I don't know. Bitter envy, jealousy, stubbornness.
Exactly.
Wrong, and I sincerely doubt that that's a word.
Yes, it is.
No, I'm pretty sure that it
Andy?
I'm fine.
I know. Stubbornness, a word?
Stubbornness. A general preponderancy of the quality of stubborn. Picture Nick in there.
You and I need to talk, Nick.
Oh, I agreed, darling.
And I'd like to do it off the air.
See, that's where it gets a little sticky.
And why is that, Nick?
I have a responsibility to my listeners.
What listeners? It's after 4.
This thing started on the radio, and I'm going to let it play out on the radio.
That's so selfish.
How's that?
Well, by default, you get to be the good guy.
This? Not a bad thing.
Oh, and see, I think that your listeners should know all about the time you were...
Strange. She was there just a minute ago. Guess she couldn't take it anymore. Was too consumed by guilt and embarrassment, had to take her own life.
That's dark, Nick.
Yeah, a bit much, I guess. I need something.
What's going on, Nick?
It's crashing.
Yeah, we're out of coffee, too.
No, there's something, Tim Haas told me about it once. I'm trying to remember.
You really are crashing, aren't you?
I can take care of myself.
Can you?
What did he say? Love is all you need.
What?
What?
Love is all you need. Have you also been playing the drinking game?
I gotta pee.
You go do that.
It's funny. You make a commitment like that, it's a big deal, right?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm just thinking out loud. I should have asked her differently. In a more interesting fashion, something befitting the kind of person you'd want to spend the rest of your life with.
Nick,
Hannah, I'm perfectly aware that it's a two-way street.
That's not what I was going to say.
But you believe that.
I'm withholding what
Of course you do. And it's logical. You get into a routine, things slog by day by day by day. It's our nature, we're built on routine. Just needed a kick in the pants, maybe things could have been better. I remember.
Remember what?
Where Tim Haas keeps his stash. I'll be, yeah.
We're still on the air, aren't we? This is WNDY, Andy Radio. All Andy, all day, all night, all the time. You want it, you got it, you need it, you like it, you want it, you need it. All right, check it out. It's 4:30 up there on the big clock, you know what I'm saying? And before too long, campus is going to awaken, and it's all going to be crazy, and we're all going to be alive and festive and all that jazz. I'm going to play some music. I'm going to take a few calls and just have myself a great time, since host Nick Watson and our producer Hannah Lorenz have both taken leave of the show, and presumably their minds. No rules, no boundaries, just a lot of drunken, crazed whatever. Oh, and that Michelle Fullmer, she's totally a whore. Drink.
You gonna let in the next host?
Not unless I'm dead.
You planning on being dead?
Not yet.
What's the goal?
I'm not leaving until I'm finished.
And when will you be finished?
When she apologizes. Fuck! Oh.
I thought Tim stopped smoking pot.
What?
Tim, we're looking for his stash.
Do you really think I'm down here looking for pot?
I honestly haven't been able to figure out what you've been up to since midway through our second time block, Nick. This isn't going to end well for anyone.
Pot is a mellowing agent, Hannah?
Yes.
I'm exhausted.
Yes.
Fucking A.
That's what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Over-the-counter speed.
You know, Michael J. Fox got addicted to this shit.
That was Alex P. Keaton.
You say tomato. Believe me, 10 to 15 minutes, I will be right as rain.
Oh, how I wish that were true.
Of course, that was just after World War II, so we were all a little nervous about the Nazis. In fact, the world was a hard place to be in just after the war had ended. Racism and paranoia, it was everywhere. You couldn't escape it. The Germans were trying to distance themselves from the Nazi party. And you know, don't even get me started on the Japanese. So the folks of Norwalk kind of avoided the college founders, bearing in mind their blonde hair and blue eyes. Tensions were flaring, and they didn't know what to do.
Like in that movie.
What?
That movie.
Which movie?
The one about the Nazis.
Well, yes, then that movie.
What'd you call me?
No, we were talking about the Nazi movie.
Oh, is that the one with Rizzo?
I think Rizzo was in Grease, Rick.
What?
Grease?
No, Rick.
No, I know that.
Then why'd you call me that?
No, I was telling you that Rizzo was in Grease.
With John Travolta?
Yes.
I didn't know there were Muppets in that movie.
What are you talking about?
Rizzo, the rat.
Oh, Rizzo the Muppet. Yeah, all right.
What?
Well, why'd you bring that up?
Well, if you really want to, you should do it.
I already did.
That's great.
It sure is. Rick, are you sure that you know how to operate a telephone correctly?
Well, no, it's off.
What is?
I think so.
Are you talking and listening in the same end?
Yep, you were right. It's off.
Thanks for the call, Rick. WNDY Radio will be right back after this commercial break.
This is John Morton from Morton's Midnight Special.
Who rules? Who caught the ball after the two of you collectively dropped it?
Who changed the call letters to WNDY?
Oh, yeah, believe me, man, if we could do that, I would have a long time ago.
Nick, before we go back on, can I just...
We're back on WSKO. These last magnificent minutes have been brought to you as a special sneak preview of what's in store for you on the world of Wolcienski next semester.
Thank you. Oh, they're loving it. I know. That's loud applause.
All right. Andy, I gotta hand it to you. You took one for the team. There was a grenade on the ground, and you jumped on it, risking your life and limbs and head and things to save the show.
Well, yeah, there were things involved, yeah.
Now, to continue this marathon event, which, to the best of my knowledge, after minutes of perusing the station history file, has never been done before.
Well, I just figured since you'd lost your mind and I was half drunk.
Flattery will get you everywhere, my friend.
No, I don't think that was.
My point. My point is that the rules of engagement have changed.
Have they?
Yes. We are become legend.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, after this time block ends, this will be the longest continuous broadcast in Norwalk University history. B, listeners are actually hearing the end of a relationship. How befitting of the title of the show, Reality. It's reality radio. And 3, as I've no place to be on December the 31st any longer. I was hoping that maybe you and I could go to a New Year's Eve party or something, perhaps. But in any case, it is just after 5 in the good old AM. And in case you're waking up, congratulations on being able to convince your body to get up, despite the fact that all evidence points to Norwalk University and, hell, likely the entire city being closed for business today due to this ridiculous goddamn snowstorm which still rages outside.
Watch it, Nick.
Yes, yes. Anyways, to catch those of you who maybe missed the first part of this broadcast, or at least the earlier part up to speed, Michelle Fullmer, hereafter known as Cheating Slut, did a fair amount of bobbing for bananas over the past few weeks.
Wonderful. Euphemisms.
And not for me, dear friends, because she wanted to make the wedding night special and not actually have sex again until then. My friends, that was 6 months ago. But that didn't prevent my ex-fiancé from hopping from bed to bed of almost everyone on the eastern seaboard. A big congratulations goes out to Michelle. She's currently making her way towards Branson, Missouri. So if you're headed towards the buckle on the old Bible Belt, the good book won't be the only thing being thumped, if you catch my drift.
Oh, you want some coffee? Coffee?
Would you like to take a call?
Sure.
We have Laura on the line.
Lovely Laura, put her through.
Press the button, Nick.
Yes. W-Psycho, you're on the air.
Pronouncing the call letters now.
What happened to Arlette Peterson? She usually does the early morning show.
Who?
The other host you locked out of the studio earlier this morning?
Oh, yes. Well, Arlette couldn't take the heat, Laura. See, some people got it and some just don't.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Well, I've been listening to you for about 45 minutes
45 minutes? What is a pretty young thing like you doing up so early?
Aw, condescension. Very nice. My point, Nick, is that since I've been listening to you, you've yet to make a coherent statement. All that I've gleaned is that you've been cheated on or something along those lines, and now you've taken it upon yourself to call your ex a whore over and over again.
I think you might be oversimplifying this just
No, Nick.
How could you possibly understand?
There are factors. Always mitigating factors.
You're a libber, aren't you? A feminazi trying to make an example out of...
Nick!
You amuse me, Nick. Because even as my heart goes out to you for all the hurt you must be feeling, I find it difficult to feel sorry for you because you're feeling so damn sorry for yourself.
Have you ever been cheated on?
You ask as though you...
Answer it!
Nick, let's not...
Why don't you answer my question instead of talking down to me like I'm some sort of insensitive prick?
Oh, God, Nick.
When just 6 hours ago, I found out that the woman I was going to marry in 2.5 weeks, going to leave the town that I grew up in and move to goddamn Chicago with, had been cheating on me for at least the last couple of weeks, if not longer. But no, it couldn't possibly be her fault, could it? I must have driven her away. It's my fault. I'm the fuck up.
Sorry, Nick.
Put me back on.
Pull together.
Put me back on.
You're not going back on at all, Nick, unless you pull it together. That's twice. I cannot, in good conscience...
Put me back on the fucking air, Hannah!
Deep within the things you do and what you say. I know I should, but
I'll be all right.
keep myself away.
I promise.
There's something just draws me.
Good morning, Norwalk. I was admittedly perhaps a bit too harsh just then. If lovely Laura would like to give us a call back, I would engage her in a witty anecdote rather than... I see that we have a call.
No, Nick.
Yeah, we do. The light's flashing.
Nick.
WSKO, you're on the air. Are you ready for my music anecdote? Come gather round, listener, and I'll tell you a tale about...
Stop.
Michelle, I was just talking about you. How's Branson?
Are you gonna continue this all morning?
What specifically?
My public humiliation.
I think that's his plan.
And you're not doing anything to stop it, are you?
And what exactly do you propose I do?
And here I thought you were an honest-to-God radio producer.
Listen, you...
Wait.
I don't owe you any
I
explanation.
would like to interject something if you two ladies would permit me. A question for my darling ex-fiancée.
How dramatic.
I was just wondering if you would admit to Norwalk, New Hampshire, that you selfishly cheated on your husband-to-be multiple times and that it was all your fault.
I'll say nothing of the kind.
Then it is my job, nay, my responsibility to continue this attack and expose you for the cheating slut that you are.
You're out of your goddamn mind, you know that?
Yeah, but I'm on the radio and you're not.
I found some coffee downstairs.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Got the last word in.
How impressive. You abuse your power as radio host and cut her off before she could say anything else.
Pretty much. What it comes down to, my dear friend, is that you can abuse your powers and you can manipulate facts as long as you retain one simple thing.
Plastics?
Moral superiority.
Yeah, well, you are being all superior.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Another thing?
Yeah.
What was the first thing?
This is what I don't get, Nick.
Tell me.
How you can be so smug.
It's a personality trait.
About something specifically?
How you can keep up the appearance of being the oh-so-innocent victim of all this.
She cheated on me?
But how did you contribute?
I didn't introduce the two of them.
Actually, you did.
What?
Richie was at that party a few months ago.
Why was he there? I don't invite vapid people.
I don't know.
And that's where they met?
Yeah, I'm assuming.
You know what happens when you assume, Andy?
I just don't understand how you can sit there and be all hurt by the fact that she cheated on you after what happened between us.
Here's the pullets with baby, oh my baby. I thought we talked about this.
What happened?
Nothing.
Hardly nothing.
What happened?
What are you doing?
Wouldn't be fair to our listeners to have this conversation off the air, would it? Reality, remember?
All right, what happened?
Would you stop asking that?
Yeah, I would if someone would actually tell me.
Yes. Tell us all, Nick, how you can manage to be so above the act that you can publicly berate and embarrass Michelle when you've done the very same thing yourself.
I did not do the very same thing.
Was there inappropriate contact between us?
Why are you doing this?
Answer the question, Nick.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Hannah.
Thank you, hon.
It's a little hot in here.
I think something's broken.
Got anything to drink?
No.
Ooh.
What? So, what do you want to do tonight?
I think my A button's broken.
Shut up.
No, it's just...
Yeah, I think I just kicked your ass. Did that? I think it was me. But I'm not sure. Was it me or was it me? Pizza.
Huh?
Pizza's done.
Look. Oh, no, listen.
Yeah.
No. Pizza's fine. Pizza's fine. No, it's fine.
It's gonna burn.
No, you can stick it golden brown. Don't. No, it's fine.
To amaze me, no wonder you're so crazy. Yeah, day you wake up next to a window.
Oh, hello.
Stare out and wonder where your love goes. Waiting all around you, and yet still they haven't found you. It's a mystery to me, as is a fantasy that you're still wanting someone to hold you, someone to need you, and someone to want you, and someone to guide you. Someone, some way, someday soon will be just what you need. Maybe you can't live without them. So sick of hearing wait and see. It's getting harder to know you, and even harder to show you that there's other ways to search for an answer. Your heart is beating faster while you're wondering where they all go in that ever-changing rainbow of the people that you're hoping will be your color, and be there to hold you, be there to need you, and be there to want you, and be there to guide you, and be there to kiss you whenever they miss you. Oh, I know they do.
Hey. No, we had a good time. Yeah, why not to dinner? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love you. Yep, bye.
Waiting, hoping, wanting to be someone, some way, some other will need, and be there to hold you, be there to need you, and be there to want you, and be there to guide you, and be there to kiss you whenever they miss you. Oh, I know they do. Someone to hold you.
I thought you were on my side.
I am on your side.
Then why?
I just don't think it's fair.
You don't even like her anyways.
No. You're right, I don't. But that still doesn't make it fair.
WSKO, you're on the air.
Well, aren't you the fucking jacko?
She really has to watch her language.
I can't believe you.
Oh, what?
I was on your side. I thought you were the one who'd been wronged.
I have been wronged.
You're just a hypocrite.
I am not.
You are.
You gonna behave yourself this time?
I don't see why I should. You don't.
Well, can you at least refrain from using those words?
I think I can manage. How dare you?
Oh, don't you start with me.
How dare you act like I'm the whore of Babylon when you've done the same thing?
I only felt her up.
It was a little more than that.
You had sex with him.
That's not the point.
No, that is the point.
No, the point, Nick, is you're a fucking hypocrite.
I really can't believe you.
Oh, Jesus, Andy, be angry with me later.
Yes, I made a mistake.
How many times?
I'm gonna make you pay for this. Get your whole gang banned from WSKO.
Hey now, you were in the wrong here too.
Who asked you, bitch?
I was the only one defending you.
Oh, real bang-up job there.
Now, listen, you're gonna have to deal with this kind of crap that you're putting up with.
Don't even dream that you're allowed to tell me how to act.
I can't believe she called me a bitch.
You, of all people.
What?
You know what I went through. The anguish. That when I wasn't in class, I would just lay in my bed, staring at the ceiling, loathing myself for what I'd done. Our thing, Hannah, was nothing more than the residuals of my earlier feelings. Our thing was just my lack of comprehension or understanding. My lack of direction, my overwhelming feeling of just being lost. So I go to my friend, and you let it happen. So you want to make me out to be the bad guy, you go right ahead. I suppose I deserve it as much as Michelle does. But perhaps somebody should tally up the score. And our listeners at least deserve to know that my guilt over the simple, heavy petting, which is the most you can call what happened between you and I, led me to end my relationship with Michelle, drop out of school, and leave the damn state in order to regroup and re-find out what I was about. So you want to make me out to be the villain? Fine. But the fact remains that I was looking forward to getting married in 2.5 weeks. Sure, there was apprehension. Sure, there was trepidation and a little bit of fear, of course. And no, I wasn't happy that she was going to be dragging me to Chicago to a job which in no way involves broadcasting, so one would think that I came out ahead in this whole arrangement. Wouldn't any logical listener? As I seem to have interest in other people, as is evidenced by my past indiscretions, as I'd much rather stay in Norwalk, and as Michelle seems to be a person with an overall poor demeanor. But none of that matters. Because yesterday morning, I was in love with somebody who I was pretty damn sure loved me back. And that's gone now. Lost. Shattered, blown away, lost in the blank white of the day that's dawning. Lost as though it was just written off the page. Corrected. So before you twist that knife, Hannah, note that the whiteout is still fresh and the remnants of that relationship are not yet gone. So forgive me if I mask them with bitterness and anger, but it seems to be all I have left. Excuse me.
Andy,
Yeah?
can you,
Go.
I'm tired, Nick. We've been on air for a long time. And I said some things.
Don't worry about it.
I wasn't thinking things through. I had to knock you down.
Mark of a true friend there.
You were being terrible.
I was, yes.
But I guess that's forgivable since you've been hurt. I'm sorry I told Michelle that you messed her up.
Don't be, she already knew about that.
What?
You just confirmed the suspicion that it was you. That's the one thing I'd kept covered up.
Oh.
Should I take a class next semester? I love this show. I mean, it's so sad, really. I'm so content with doing a show that gets middling ratings in a college town. Third behind the college rock show on Thursdays and country music Monday nights.
Number one talk show.
way.
That we are. Truth is, I can't imagine not seeing you every day.
So go, just go and find somebody else who seems to make it alright. I just know I'm here, letting go. And there's a song that's flowing through my mind. And if you don't mind me asking now, my darling, take your time, because I don't mind. And I can't sleep tonight till I know that you're alright.
It's not about logic, it's just feeling.
The heart wants what it wants.
Yeah, just my opinion.
But wouldn't you agree that oftentimes the heart doesn't know what it wants?
No.
No?
The heart knows. It's the brain that gets in the way. The brain looks at things logically and analytically and decides that this is where I should go or this is what I should be doing. While the heart couldn't care less about what it should be doing, just what's right. There's no logic to love.
Well, how do you find out?
Well, I don't have answers for you, Nick. Sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry about.
Well, I really ought to get out of bed now and see if there's any way I can drive to work.
You be safe out there, Diane.
Be safe yourself, Nick. Try not to let stuff like this get in the way. It's a beautiful world out there. When the clouds part and the sun comes out, just wait and see what an amazing vista the storm left us.
Indeed. Thanks for the call. Okay. A big thanks goes out to Diane, who's been talking to us for the last 20 minutes or so. And even though Hannah's been asleep for a little while, I'm going to follow the radio rules and read to you from this little white piece of paper. Or papel, as they call it in España. Olé. Holy cow, it's jumping here. Okay, it is 7:28 in the good old AM on a beautiful, if yet extremely snowy Tuesday morning here on Norwalk University campus. I myself have not left the studio as a rather large snowdrift has pinned the front door shut, as I'm sure it's probably done for most of your dorms and apartments, huh? You can't talk to me because I'm on the radio. But a good, big old good morning goes out to all of you who are trying to brave the snow in order to get to your finals or your jobs or whatever the case may be. My last final is in 17 minutes. I don't think I'm going to make it to it. Been trying to get a hold of Bobby Waters for the past half hour to see if she's even coming in at 8. Might jump from 12 to 16 hours if she doesn't show. Anyways, before I got to talking to you about that stuff, what was I saying? Yes, I have to read this because Hannah's asleep, and somebody has to keep everyone in town and on the campus informed, or else you'll run around blindly screaming, "Oh my God, what should I do?" But I won't let that happen. Okay, come see Norwalk's own Dust Devils take on the Clanton Wildcats. You know, I was thinking just then while I was talking about that stuff that there are a lot of teams named the Wildcats. I mean, I myself went to a junior high and high school that both claim the Wildcats as their mascot.
Creativity at its best.
So come see star quarterback Richie Fontaine lead the team to victory and sleep with everybody's goddamn girlfriends and fiancés. So, boys, lock up your girlies because Richie's going to whip out his schlonger and the girls will go gaga just to gobble it up.
Nick, could we just have a...
Oh, I'm fine, Hannah. Thanks for your concern in this moment of crisis. What else? Do you know my mother once said that when you're baking cornbread, keep other guys' dicks out of the oven?
Yeah, I don't believe your mother ever said that.
No, but she makes a very good point.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
How long have you been up?
26, maybe 27. It's nothing. What was it, your sophomore year? We were up for 44 hours?
45.
Whatever for.
It was the principle of the matter.
It was awesome.
27's nothing. WSKO, you're on the air. Caller.
No one's there, Nick.
I'll be the judge of that. Come on, caller.
Are you gonna be okay?
I'm better than okay. I've been on the air for 12 hours. I'm here with my best friend and the love of my life. What could possibly be better than this? Come on, Norwalk. Let's chat a while. Tell you what. I'll tell you what I don't understand. I'll just tell you, and you tell me if it makes any sense to you. Okay?
Us?
No, the listeners.
Well, they can't answer you until they call in.
Very good point. You know, you have always been a terrific co-host, Andy.
I thought I was the one who'd been drinking.
And aside from that ridiculous radio magic segment you did, you've always had some really good contributions on here.
I liked the magic show.
Andy, I'm going to tell you really slowly, you can't do illusions and sleight of hand on the radio.
Well, you can't, but I can, because I'm that impressive.
One day you will learn. Hey!
I think you've had plenty.
I can quit any time I want. I need someone to talk to.
We're right here. And I think you're just about done.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Nick, stop it.
No.
Please.
What do you want, Nick?
I'm done.
Done with what?
The assault.
Are you?
I'm done. You win.
Okay. So why would you stand down like that? You have your principles, your reputation. All that crap you told me.
It's not worth it.
Oh,
I need to talk to you.
off the air?
No, on the air.
I'm done with that, Nick.
Not like last time.
I don't believe you.
I'm sorry about that.
So? Talk.
You'll talk to me then?
I'll listen.
Fair enough. I'm hurt.
Yeah, I gathered that.
What hurts the most is you don't seem to care in the least about that.
That's not true, Nick.
You have shown me nothing but disdain since I found out.
You ambushed me, posing as an emergency call from my brother. I thought maybe it was something to do with the storm, but you just attacked and attacked and attacked.
What did you expect?
I don't know.
You've been sleeping around on me, Shelley. Right?
Right.
So what did you want from me? We're supposed to be getting married in 19 days. I'm graduating. My finals are this week. My last finals before you make me move with you to Chicago.
Yes. You say that. But I'm not making you do anything.
You didn't leave me much of a choice.
You didn't leave yourself with much choice, Nick. You're the one who, despite 4 years on the air at WSKO, never managed to land a single real interview with a reputable station or talent agency. All I did was offer a job.
You forced a job and you're attacking me now as I'm trying to explain...
It's not even about this, Nick.
No, I suppose it's not. But if you didn't care, then why were you going to drag me to Chicago?
You think I didn't care?
Well, I don't know, Michelle. You did fuck... Caught it on the delay. Do you see where I am?
I think you need to sign off, Nick. Sign off and come home and we'll talk about this. We'll sit down and talk, one-on-one, and sort this thing out.
There's nothing to sort out, Shelley. I'm out.
Come talk to me.
What is there to talk about? You don't love me. I can't imagine that you ever really did.
Yes, I did.
What was it that you loved about me? What was it?
Nick, please.
No, tell me.
I don't want to play this game.
This isn't a game. I'm not playing with you. I want to hear for real this time. I want to hear it from your lips, and I want it on record. All of Norwalk wants to hear it. They're waking up and listening to this because the cable went out during the damn storm and there's nothing else. And instead of the news they so rightfully deserve, they're getting this. The tedious melodrama of a departing host. So if you have something to say to me, let's contribute. You've already erased what we had. That's a blank slate right now. You tell me why on earth I'm even talking to you when clearly I was doing much better with the whole Michelle Fullmer's a whore theme of the show earlier. There are more people listening to the web streams of this show today than there have been listening to reality put together over every episode for the past 4 years.
I don't know what you want from me.
You can't come up with anything, can you?
You're putting me on the spot.
19 days. In 19 days, you're going to marry me. And when put on the spot, you can't come up with one goddamn reason that you love me? Why are we doing this? Getting married. I know why I love you.
Do you?
Yes.
Why?
It's
Not so easy, is it? It's easy to say that word and not so easy to say why.
No, it's 1,000 little things. I love your smile, and that fake flower you wear in your hair in the summertime, and
tell me why you love Hannah.
I
Let it go, Nick.
I can't.
Are you gonna marry me? If I was just gonna go ahead like nothing ever happened, would you show up at St. Gregory's on the 31st?
No. You betrayed my trust.
Yes, I did. I am sorry.
Yeah.
But you stopped loving me a long time before I stopped loving you.
Not true.
Oh, give it up. It's like a joke. You're a completely different person with her.
With who?
Hannah, Nick.
This is ridiculous.
Hide all you want, but you really should figure out the last time you were happy. And then ask yourself who was with you. Because I'd be very surprised if it was me. You can come by and get your things anytime you like. Call first and I'll be elsewhere. I'll take care of the guest. Goodbye, Nick.
Go to a song?
She's right, folks. I promised you reality tonight, and man, oh man, did I get reality. I don't even know where to start. I'm a little thrown off, as I'm sure you can imagine. The truth now. I suppose that's what it comes down to. It's almost 8 o'clock. 12 hours ago, I was waiting in that vestibule out there for Quint Lynch to finish up his show, and 12 hours later, it's time to own up. I was scared. I mean, but that's obvious. Marriage is scary. And over these last few weeks, months, whatever, I began to wonder whether or not I'd be better off just calling the whole thing off. Irony there. Great cosmic joke of it. But what was I worried about more than anything else? Not what I would do, because that was pretty clear. I mean, job and everything lined up out there. More about what I would do without this show, without... But I suppose that's not even the point. The point is that maybe I never really loved Michelle at all. Is that possible? It's just so cliche to say that I love the idea of her, so I won't bore you with that. How about I love what she represented? Because despite all that fear, she's a true future. I mean, a real job instead of scrounging around the country doing the 11 to 3 shift on local radio. It's pathetic. Sellout, that's what it is. To be on here week after week preaching to you and expounding my dumbass little theories and my stupid damned ideas, when all the while I was going to sell you out and kick off for the Windy City in a desk job. I owe you better. More certainly than a 12-hour show that consisted of so little real emotion, flying under the banner of vindictiveness. Well, I'm not alone here, friends. What do you think of what's become of the host, who once called himself Fearless Leader? Who once said that the only thing that could take him off the air was the Almighty himself? Who is this here?
You don't owe us anything, Nick.
I owe you one thing.
Really?
Really. She was right.
Who, Michelle?
Things I love about her. That's it. 2. I've loved you since the moment we met.
You're tired.
Maybe.
Very tired, Nick.
You had a brown skirt on with polka dots. And you had a scrunchie in your hair that matched the dots, not the skirt. It was pink.
Yeah.
You sat down at that table next to me and asked me if you were in the right room because it was your freshman year and it was your first day and you were really nervous. And I told you about the show and I asked you if you wanted to come down, but that was the closest I ever got to a pickup line, Hannah. Want to come down and be on my radio show? I mean, it's pathetic, really. And then you were dating Richard, and Shelley showed some interest, and so I did what I thought I should. I stopped worrying about the one that got away. That night, that stupid night junior year, Shelley was visiting her folks, and it was your birthday, and you were terribly lonely, and we had our little thing.
How do you expect me to...
This isn't an indictment, Hannah. I'm just telling you. When I came back from my hiatus, I decided to stop thinking about that night. What could be with you and what was with Shelley. Almost made a terrible mistake. I mean, would have. Seconds away on the old clock. I mean, it's funny when I think about it that way. Well, if not funny, at least ironic. The only thing that was standing between me and the future was a chance phone call on my last night as host. My last night here. So where does that leave us? I mean, are we good? Are we bad? Have we passed that point where the sidewalk ends and we have to decide whether to step into the future or go back from whence we came? I think we all know what Nick Watson's likely to do. We know him a great deal, at least after tonight anyways. Who was that once said that whether or not he would be the hero of his own life was still a mystery? But if you can't be your own hero, then what can you be worth?
But that's the secret, isn't it? That's the one they keep hidden. The fact that catharsis is necessary. But it's essential to the process. Because if we don't ever fall apart, how can we learn to keep together in the future? Michael Caine said it best. Master Bruce, why do we fall?
Well, Alfred did.
So you can sit here and dwell on the mistake you almost made, like someone who almost died can dwell on how close they came. Or
I can see it for the opportunity that it is.
a fresh start.
The mistake's been covered up.
All ready for some new pros.
Something I gotta do first. Hannah. That's all she wrote. Bobby Waters just came into the studio, which means the extended edition of reality has come to a close. Keep safe, all. You've made it through the storm. It's clearing up. passing, as they all eventually do. It's been a privilege talking to you for these past years. I'd like to thank you for indulging your poor lost captain over these last 12 hours. Don't know where, don't know when, but Vera says we'll meet again some sunny day. This has been Nick Watson. Thank you.
Good morning, it's daylight and I've been dreaming again. 2 quarters, lost letters the way a man's hand. Slowly, you wanted nothing from the moon. I walked out to the water where edges lined the ground. And salt-lipped, you turned and you walked, and I ran after. We met in half-light. You stepped over dry grass. You wanted nothing from the moon. Slow, lonely stranger with sailor eyes, what have you wanted from these nights? Dear nothing, forgive me for things I've made in my mind. Someone told me you can love me, so I'm painted in violets like wind lines. You've got it covered, and spring is singing soon now. You wanted nothing from the moon.
To World of Wolcienski. You know, I received another letter this morning, friends, from the Norwalk aristocracy, if there could be such a thing, assuring me that no, our fabulous university was not founded by Nazis and has in fact been here since well before 1944, being founded in 1871. All I ask is that you, the listeners, think about what they have to gain by spreading these lies.
Controversial.
Yes, it was, Rick. Yes, it was.